Hello. A snake in my window whispered to me that stuff has happened. So what's up? Did we just discover a way to eradicate COVID? Probably not. But researchers at UC Riverside may have discovered a way that we could potentially, maybe, make it so that there's a medication that just completely nullifies COVID after infection. Sorta, kinda, maybe. It's early. The short version is they essentially found a protein in humans that COVID uses to reproduce. And if we can cut it off from that protein, then we might be able to basically leave it dead in its tracks. In theory, because again, this doesn't exist yet, there'd be a medication that, like, after you get infected with COVID, it just makes it go away. This is all in theory, but that would be cool. As a general reminder, COVID is like sharply on the rise right now, which is everywhere, so just be careful, take precautions, and wash your hands. This is for the guys especially. The amount of times that I go into a public restroom and I see guys just not wash their hands on the way out is disturbing. You touch things that I also have to touch. Please stop. Your penis is not that clean. Please seek shelter because there are dangerous roving bands of bands. They might play music and have fun. Cops in Alabama have tased and arrested a high school band director for not directing his band to stop playing after a football game. Apparently what happened is there was a football game. Oh, the sun moved. My lighting changed. We're back. Hi, son. Anyway, what happened is apparently after this high school football game ended, the bands from both schools were having a bit of like a drum battle. They were just, playing across the field at each other, having a good time. Fun competition of music. People in the stands were like, oh, this is kind of fun. We're going to stick around and watch what happens here. But cops were like, we need to clear out the stadium. We got to get rid of these people because they're having a good time engaging at a local community event. And so they went to the band director and they were like, hey, tell the children to stop playing music. I know I'm slightly editorializing, but like it's just comical. Anyway, they asked the band director to tell the kids to stop playing. He didn't do that, and then they said that he got into a scuffle with them, and so they tased him and arrested him. He was taken to the hospital, treated, and then booked in jail. This is some footloose ass shit. He has been charged with resisting arrest and disorderly conduct. The crimes you get charged with when you let children play music. This is your reminder to bully the rich, because it turns out that if you pick at the scab enough, it might just come off. Drew Barrymore has announced that she is not bringing her show back to TV. This is after she previously decided to be a scab and cross the picket line, bring her show to TV, and then she was called out for it. And she was like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. But it turns out that that's not a popular opinion to have, and that's not a popular move to make. And so she was like, oh no, I guess I hurt people. Oopsie doodles. I'm so sorry, and I'm not going to bring my show back to TV anymore. We can celebrate that she made this move and that that's a good thing, that she's not going to do the scab thing anymore. But also, she knew the whole time that she was making that call. She knew this would make her a scab. She knew that going back on TV was not going to be a popular decision. She just didn't expect you to hold her as accountable as you did. Just in general, there's a lot of just celebrity falling down happening right now, and I think it's a pretty good sign of people just being tired of their shit. We are tired of the exceptions. We are tired of the special cases. We are tired of the you just don't understands. We're tired. So what have we learned? If you bully the rich, they just might cave. Let's keep it up. Do you want your very own F-35 fighter jet? Because I have a lead on where you might find one. The US military has announced, oops, we lost a fighter jet somewhere in South Carolina after a mishap happened and a Marine had to eject from the jet. They lost signal or something, I don't exactly know, but it landed apparently in one of two lakes. Either Lake Moultrie or Lake Marion. Or at least that's where they're looking. And they're like, hey, if somebody could help us out, if you see a jet, if you see an F-35, could you just, call us? So here's the thing. Out there somewhere is an F-35 fighter jet. Maybe underwater, I don't know. But if you find it, it's up to you what you want to do with it. Take it home, hang it up on the wall, take it for a spin around the block, go up in the sky and ask the clouds to stop blocking out the sunlight and changing my lighting mid-recording. You could do anything. The world is your oyster with an F-35, and lighting is my oyster, apparently. Oh, and now the sun's back. On this day in 1850, Congress passed the Fugitive Slave Act. of 1850. This was a quote-unquote compromise between the northern states that didn't think it was okay to own people and the southern states that thought it was cool and good to own people. The act made it so that the northern states, both authorities and citizens, had to comply in the arrest and return of escaped slaves from the south. Doesn't matter what your morals are, the law says you must return this human to the person who purchased them. Anyway, they went on to fight a war over whether or not it was okay to own people and the South lost. Lightning round. Russell Brand has been hit with a bunch of allegations involving sexual assault, rape, abuse, a whole lot of stuff. And here's the weather. TikTok is planning a huge sale with their new TikTok shop system, so much so that they're looking to subsidize sales, so up to like 50% off of items. They're trying so hard to make the sales be the best on TikTok that they're literally willing to subsidize your purchases. Or I guess more specifically, the sale, whatever. The company behind the game engine Unity has put out a statement about the whole situation there that basically said, we hear you. And nothing beyond that. Texas is apparently paying Bitcoin miner operations to not mine Bitcoin so that their failing electric grid can function better. Google is gearing up to release their next AI called Gemini, and it's supposed to compete with GPT-4, ChatGPT stuff. I thought we were done with this. And finally for today, Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be coming in full to Mac OS. So if you've got a MacBook, congratulations, you too can now romance one of many very attractive people. A quick scheduling update, I'm going to be off on this Friday and next Monday. So just a heads up that there will not be Stuff Keeps Happening episodes on those days, as I'm going to be out of town rafting in white water, and it's kind of hard to get the news out there. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. It very much does help. My name is Endeavorance. I'm going to be live this afternoon on my Twitch starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and I hope to see you there. I'll be back on Wednesday. Take care and be well.